let's talk about radical honesty in relationships. And I'll see you in just a bit. Hello, my name is Chengi. I am your dating and relationship expert here at the Black Swan Relationship Academy, where we teach you ladies how to present as a high value, high status, high worth woman that high quality men find completely irresistible. Can I get an amen? If you are new to this channel, do not forget to subscribe, like, and share. And I welcome you all to watch our videos absolutely every single day and learn, grow. And of course, I'll be inviting you to the Black Swan Nation. And actually, we're gonna show you the real right now, and I'll be back in a minute. Men want exactly what you want. They want connection. They want to fall in love. They want to have a family one day. Their desires are actually no different from yours. Difference is a man wants that with a woman he deeply desires and finds really attractive. I will teach you the nature of men, what every single man, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent, even your pastor, desires in a woman. So I am inviting you to enroll in the Mastering Attraction Masterclass. However, why stop there? Why not get into the Black Swan Nation All Access Pass and access all the courses in the Academy? Why not go and figure out how to build a relationship in the most high value, most feminine, most amazing way by becoming part of the Black Swan Nation? See you on the inside. Fantastic. I am so glad that you've heard all about the All Access Pass and that now we can get right into this video about connection. What is radical honesty? Radical honesty is a new thing. Radical honesty is not a you thing. Radical honesty is something that has always been a prerequisite and a requirement for connection, intimacy, and trust within a relationship. There is no way we can build trust, and without trust, there's no way we can build intimacy, and without intimacy, there's no way we can really build strong connections that are enduring over the process of time. But let's face it, we are coming into dating and relationship spaces with a lot of secrets. The older you get, the less you want to talk about and less you want to be honest about. Many of us have got very deep, dark secrets. Many of us have unburdened ourselves of terrible pasts, and we just want a new start, and we don't want our past being dragged into a relationship. And so we start to pretend or behave or become dishonest in our relationships with other people, not realizing that if we're going to create that intimacy and that connection, there is a price, and the price is honesty. It's honesty not just on a very surface level, but really radically being honest about who we are, where we've been, and where we're going. And let's begin to talk about what it is and how we can begin the journey of being radically honest with another person. The truth of the matter is, you know me, I love to open the bonnet and have a look underneath the hood and see what is going on. If we are having a difficult time being honest with somebody that we've just met or somebody we're in a relationship with, often it goes back to some trauma in childhood where we realize that honesty won't get us very far. It'll probably get us smacked, punished, or we'll get into a lot of trouble by being honest. So it's better to be dishonest. And because none of us want pain, none of us want to run into pain, none of us enjoy pain, none of us enjoy rejection, none of us enjoy being judged, we then choose other ways of putting together a narrative that is misleading in order for us to be accepted. Because what do we want in life? To belong and to be accepted. And so we create these pathways and these ways of thinking and behaving and living that make it natural for us to be dishonest. And so before we know it, we've created this web of lies about who we are, what we truly deserve, what we really desire, that it's very difficult to be honest with another person when you've told yourself a set of lies over and over and over and over. Sometimes we feel we have to tell ourselves a set of lies because we want to fit into the larger community, because, hey, you know, I should be happy alone, but you're not happy alone. You know, I can do battle by myself. I don't need no man, because that's the kind of what's going around. You know, I'm going to heal myself and work on myself, but really I just want to find me a man. Okay, so we sometimes feel shamed into wanting, you know, some of us are thinking, oh, I'd love to be a housewife, just stay at home, raise my kids and go to the park and read books. But that's not acceptable in a feminist world, is it? I mean, we're not allowed to do that unless we're trying to go to the moon and back. We're not real women, right? We're not serious. Unless we're trying to be heads of the corporate world, unless we're lawyers, doctors, and competing with men, we are not real women. We're letting the side down. So many of us have resorted to abandoning ourselves, our desires, our truest needs to belong, because this is a deep human need and a survival need for us as humans to belong to a community, a society. And so the journey to radical honesty begins with radical honesty with yourself, being able to truly say what you want without the voice of the judge or the critic on your back, without judgment, to really be able to say, this is my truth, this is this is what makes my heart sing, this is what makes me sad, this is how I am wired, this is how I flow in the world, and being really truly authentic with yourself. When you can be honest with yourself about how you feel, the things you want, the things you deserve, the things you desire, the moment you can be honest with yourself, then it's so much easier to be honest with another person. Number two, if we're not being honest about our past, about our present, about an element of who we are, if we're withholding the truth in a particular area, it means that there's still some shame associated with that. We're still carrying the shame, albeit the story may be long gone. We are still carrying the shame of that story. And so we hide it because we've associated shame, guilt, fear, rejection around the story. And it's time for us to bravely look again at the story that we are so afraid to look at. So what if you were once a prostitute on the street selling your body for drugs? What if you had a sexual encounter with somebody and contracted, a chronic STI? What if you have been married 5 times? What if you have a past that you can't necessarily be proud of? The issue is that you're still reflecting upon it with the eyes of yesterday. You have the wrong interpretation of it. We can look at where you've been, and if you are proud of who you've become, having come from that place, then sharing that story is going to be heard in the spirit in which it is told. This is very, very important. People do not hear what we are saying with our words. They actually listen to the energy of our words, because our words are energy, and often they are wrapped in another kind of energy. If I accept who I am completely and wholly, with everything that I've been through and everything that I have become as a part of it, then it's gonna be said in a way that is matter of fact, almost proud of myself that I overcame that. I didn't jump off a bridge instead. I didn't take my life instead. I didn't go into, a psychotic episode. I didn't have a nervous breakdown. I didn't crumble and become a nobody, but I lifted myself from that illness, from that betrayal, from that lifestyle, and I brought myself into a better, a bigger, more amazing lifestyle and world. When we are proud of where we've come from and the work we've done, that resonates as power to the person that we're sharing with it. But we cannot hide from the truth. The truth is a very, very annoying system that God has put on the earth. It's an annoying spirit, it's an annoying energy, it's an annoying reality, because it has this way of surfacing, and often when it's at the very least convenient. We cannot throttle the truth. We cannot drown the truth. It is way too buoyant. It has a way of rising to the surface and You know, the Bible says everything done in secret shall come to the light. Everything that is done in the darkness will come to the light. And I truly believe this. And it scares me because there's some things I'd rather they stayed in the darkness. But they ultimately come to the light. And anybody who is in PR will tell you that it's probably better to out yourself than to be outed. It's better for you to actually tell your story with your narrative, with your truth, with your vulnerability, than for it to come out or to be discovered by your spouse in another way, or the person you're dating in another way, because that other narrative will not be in service to you. It will be spun in such a way that it will not be in service to the relationship. Get ahead of the stories we need to tell. Now, when do we tell certain stories? Do we tell the truth straight off the bat in the gate? No, we have to exercise wisdom. We have to exercise wisdom. We all know as grown-ups that everybody that we're sitting across the table with, taking a walk in the park with, getting to know, has stories. We don't want to hear them right off the bat. What we want to do is feel safe with them. We want to feel that we can take another step with them. But eventually we're gonna want to know the truth. But when you are having a conversation and interacting with somebody who really values honesty as a principle, even if they're not telling you everything, you feel in your spirit that they would if you asked, and that they would be transparent about it. It's really about having an honest disposition and a shameless life, a life that is not wrapped up in shame, guilt, or fear, and really being honest in answering a question in such a way that it is honest. Even if you don't want to answer it, and the most honest thing to say is, I want to answer that question, but I don't feel comfortable, and so I don't want to give you a dishonest answer because I don't feel comfortable. But I promise you that if I ever should feel safe and comfortable with you, I would tell you the absolute truth, and I'd give you an honest response. This is something that betrays that you're a person of integrity and honesty, because you're not even prepared to give an answer because you will not lower yourself to the standard of for it not to be honest. This is also high value. It's really important that we share what is important at the stages of the relationship that matter. And this is why I created the dating playbook. And this is why I created the Black Swan Nation. Because then you can come and ask for support and help and say, there's something I need to share. This is what I need to share. Do you think it's a good time to share it? And we can all pitch in as the coaches and the rest of the community and help you navigate when is the right time to share, depending on the story itself. As a rule, I wouldn't share anything too deep, too intimate, too dark with somebody, at least until after you have some sort of commitment, or you feel like things are getting real serious real fast, and this information about me is actually going to end up changing the game if they find out. Radical honesty is the only way that we can have authentic relationships that have longevity. It's the only way that we can truly be in a relationship with trust. And trust is a commodity that when it is lost, it is very difficult to regain. It is very, very difficult to earn back trust. Yes, it can be done, but for the sake of not losing it at all, it's better for us to be in a relationship where we're really honest. And sometimes it is not going to be accepted. And it's not just honesty with the person you're dating, it's honesty with everybody around you, practicing honesty with your children, practicing honesty with your sisters, your brothers. You know, I've had to practice honesty with my son. He's 16 years old, and it is very much within my nature to play mummy and shield him and, you know, always have a reason why I can't that makes sense to him. And sometimes you just have to be honest and say, actually, I'm not going to be able to make it because I'm going to be on a date, or I'm going to be going to a party, and I know it's important to you, but actually I want to do this. And that honesty may seem like bad mother not showing up because you want to go on a date, or you want to go to this particular business event, or you want to party. Horrible woman that you are. It's so easy for us to say, oh, I've got something really important to attend to, so I can't make it, darling. But that's not honest. And when he finds out, because the truth will always out, he's going to feel like, oh, so mom will lie to me and prioritize other people above me. But if you're just honest, then yes, it might be painful and difficult for your child, your sister, your mother, whoever it is, to accept that. But at least they will always know that you honored them with honesty, and they will always trust you. They will never have to question your intention when it comes to a relationship with them. So I want to teach us as Black Swans that the most high value, most powerful way to be in a relationship is to build it from a place of honesty and integrity. And for some of us, it's a rare and very difficult place because we don't know how to be straight shooters in life. We've spent our whole lives avoiding rejection and pain of honesty, that it's going to take a few small steps. But I encourage you to do that, because there's nothing worse than engaging in a relationship, getting married to somebody, and being on the other side of a discovery call with me because you really don't know how to be honest anymore. You don't even know how to be honest, because until we're honest, what are we communicating? What are we really communicating that is ultimately going to create the truth of the love life that we ask for and require? Thank you so much for watching this video. I look forward to seeing you in the Black Swan Nation. I look forward to seeing you on my next videos. I look forward to seeing you, my darling. And in the meantime, do take care of you. Love you lots. Bye.